I should take that off mute. All right. I'm hoping my voice is coming through here. All right, so this.
Yeah, that's not a nice thing to say about layout.
So this isn't going to be as long as I wanted it to be because I couldn't get it to work in Emacs, unfortunately. But here we go. So LSP is not lumpy space princess. It's language server protocol, obviously. So a language server provides the language smarts and communicates with the tools like your editor. The protocol part is the standardization of that. So that way a single server can be used in multiple tools such as VSCode and Emacs. So how it works, the user opens a file, notifies the server that the document's open. From this point on, the tool's responsible for the document in memory, and it has to keep that memory in sync with the server. Whenever the user makes edits, the tool notifies the server about these changes, and the
I think the one in there was working. The one over there is not.
All right. So I have no clue what was lost.
You can ask. Okay, he hasn't seen anything. Let me see if I can get the Hangouts link.
From the top.
Yeah.
From the top.
Do you know when it went out?
It should probably play back, right, to where it cut.
It says resume Hangout on air.
Mine says it's broadcasting.
Probably play back.
Works on my machine.
I think the how it works slide is where it's just us though, so you can probably just pick up where you were last. 3 people watching. Actually, if everyone can maybe log in, we can cook our numbers a little bit.
Does it not have on the YouTube? I'm watching, but does on the YouTube, does it not have the link to the Hangout? Oh,
Well, should I start from the top, or I mean, it's not that long.
Yeah, we can start.
All right.
We can start from the top.
Start from the top then. All right, so LSP is not a lumpy space princess. Well, we went over that it's actually language server protocol. And what that is the language server itself provides like the language specific smarts, like all the syntactical things and searching through the document. And the protocol is that standardization of that. And so that way a single server can be used for multiple tools, mostly IDEs probably. So how it works. User opens a file, tool notifies the server the document's open. From this point on, the document is in memory in the tool, and it's the tool's responsibility to keep that document in sync with the server. When the user makes edits, the tool notifies the server about any changes, the language representation is updated by the server, and if there are any errors or warnings or other syntactical things about the document, the server will send notifications down to the tool. The tool will obviously then just show you these things. User executes go-to-definition. So this is like if your cursor is there and you want to select that word.
Yeah, or do it in the Slack call.
Yeah.
This is like the YouTube on air thing though. Ah, the damn dropping. Did Joe say when it dropped? Or was it like right away?
It was within the last 60 seconds.
All right, in case we didn't hear, the user closes the document, and that tells the server that it's no longer responsible for managing that language representation, and that also essentially flags the file as being saved to the disk. So what does that request look like? So this example is for the go-to-definition request. So this is the request. The protocol uses JSON RPC, and it just describes like this method, which is the definition, the text document, which the server uses to, keep track of which text document you're requesting. And this is the position of the cursor. And the response is this, which is the URI to this, and then the range, which is probably that character that was under the cursor before. So yeah, that's a simple request and response. It's just that. Tool supporting the LSP, Visual Studio Code obviously supports it very well. Emacs has
Said Emacs has a, and then that's when he lost it.
All right, Emacs has LSP mode, so that it's essentially the same thing in both Emacs and Atom, where there's this package or mode which supports the LSP protocol, and then you have to implement or find other packages or modes that implement specific protocols. So Emacs has LSP mode to get you started, and then it has like an LSP TypeScript mode and some other modes too. Atom's the same thing. There's a package that's used by other packages to implement LSP modes or LSP languages. And yeah, so Atom has a few. It doesn't have, I think they're both probably about equal between Emacs and Atom, but Visual Studio Code obviously has the most support for LSP, considering that's where it came from. There's actually a lot more tools supporting it too, but I didn't recognize all of them. But if you follow the plus more link to the LSP website, there's a lot of tools. There's a link to the website. Basically, all the information from these slides came from there. There's a lot more information there. They have some diagrams and stuff. Oops. So we can go. Yep. Well then.
Record them next time.
Yeah.
Slack call.
Yeah, definitely Slack call next time. So this is where I got all my information from for all of that. If you want to know more about it, they have, you know, graphics. They go into a little bit more detail about the actual like request in the protocol. And then, yeah, the implementations. Here are the tools. Probably saw but didn't hear me. Just say I don't know many of these.
Is there support to like make changes through the language server protocol? Because we talked about having your tool send an update to the language server saying, "Hey, I made this change." Is there a way to say, "Hey, I want you to make this higher level change, like I want you to refactor this, or I want to change the name of this symbol, or I want to move it over here"?
I'm not sure. That's not mentioned on here. I was looking for that too. This just talks about like basically what I was talking about, which is the syntactical things.
So, as a maintainer of a Emacs package, why would I implement this? And this has been provenly
Yeah,
Well,
reliable.
yeah, it just won't be on YouTube if we do the Slack call.
I think this is chopped up so much that it's probably not useful.
Probably not usable. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
All right. That's fine.
So I would say, okay, should we still do?
Yeah.
Head on over to Slack.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know where to Slack.